Notability allows readers to add audio to any note, which means that teachers could record themselves reading difficult text for students and then have students add the audio to the note so that they can follow along with the teacher's reading. To start, teachers should have the students open the text in Notability as they ordinarily would. So here I've opened up Arthur Miller's The Crucible. From there, teachers should direct students to flip back to Schoology, where teachers should have loaded already an audio recording for students to add to Notability. So here's my Arthur Miller audio. So I'll click on it.
Arthur Miller.
And then in the upper right, I will go to the Open In button, and I'll select Notability from this first menu. If Notability isn't there for me, I'll go to the More option, and I'll make sure that Notability is swiped on. So I'll tell it to send this audio to Notability. It'll simply say Done. I'll flip back to Notability. I'm going to have this pop-up that says Create New Note or Add to Other Note. Our students are used to hitting Create New Note, but in this case, we want to make sure that they're saying Add to Other Note, and then that they are selecting the reading that they've already added that the audio goes along with. So in this case, it's Act 1 of The Crucible. And we'll hit Done. Now what we'll see is up at the top, over top of my microphone, I can see that I have a 9-second recording. And if I hit the little drop-down arrow next to the microphone, there in fact is my recording. So I can hit play.
Arthur Miller once.
To record audio on your Mac, you're going to want to open up QuickTime. QuickTime sometimes hides for people, so I like to go up to the search glass in the very upper right and search for it. I find that's the easiest way to get to it. And click. My QuickTime will oftentimes open what I last created and thinks I didn't save it. I did save it, so I'm going to close out of it. I'm going to hit delete. And now it looks like nothing is open, but if we look in the very upper left of my computer, I see that QuickTime is in fact open. There's just nothing to display at the moment. So I'm going to go to File, New Audio Recording, and that's going to pull up my audio recording box. Just to the right of my record button, we'll see a drop-down arrow. I just want to ensure that internal microphone is selected, because if I don't have a microphone selected, I'm not actually going to record anything. And we can see that my audio recording is working because it's recognizing my voice here. But I haven't started recording yet. In order to start recording, I'm going to hit my record button, and it starts immediately. There's no countdown, no anything. So at this point, I could be reading from my textbook, from my Shakespearean passage, whatever the case may be, whatever I want to record for my students, I could read at this point, and when I'm finished, I can hit my stop button. Then I can just simply go File, Save, choose the location where I want to save, and my file is ready for me to upload to Schoology. Dell users, in order for you to record audio, we're first going to have to get some software downloaded. You're going to go to the search in the bottom left of your screen, and you're going to search for Software Center. Within Software Center, I want you to then look for Screencast-O-Matic, and Screencast-O-Matic is what I want you to install. It's going to look like this right here, this little kind of blue recording icon. When this comes up, you'll say that you want to launch the free recorder. And it's going to come up and it's going to show what's recording on your screen. Don't worry about what you have on your screen because we're going to convert this video file into an audio file, so it really won't matter what you're capturing on your screen. In the bottom left, there's a record button. Go ahead and hit that. And I get a countdown, and now it's recording me. So at this point, I could be reading from my worksheet or be reading from my textbook or be reading from the Shakespearean passage, whatever the case may be. When I have finished what I'm doing, I'm going to hit the pause button in the bottom left, and then I'll hit this done button. And then over on these right-hand options, I want to save it as a video file. Where it says file name, you can change the file name. So I'm going to title this Dell Recording. All of these other things are fine. Right now it's going to my desktop. I can change the location if I want to, but that's good with me, so I'll hit publish. Okay, so now it says, all right, we're done. And it gives me the option to look at the folder where I placed it. I want to click on that. And here's my recording. And it's a .mp4 file format, which means it's a video file format. But I want it to be an audio file format. So I'm going to rename my file. And this is going to look a little different from a Dell, but you need to change the name of the file. And you're going to change what's after the dot. So keep the dot in place or make sure to replace the dot. And we want it to be an M4A file. If it asks you if you're sure you want to change it, say, yep, I want to use M4A. And look, we see that it changed to a little music icon, meaning that it is now an audio file. And in fact, if I hit that little play, and now it's recording me. There is my audio. Okay, so great. Now we have this audio on our computer, whether we're a Dell user, whether we're a Mac user, and now we just have to pop it into Schoology. So once we're where we want to be in Schoology, we'll go to Add Materials, and it is an audio file. So I'm going to go to this Add File option. It's a file. Attach files. Go to wherever you saved your file, so Dell Recording. Add. And now it is in Schoology, ready for my students to access it and push it into Notability.